Just got three things to say. God bless our troops. Three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And crowds are rising.
All right. Why is? Hold on. Stop. Stop. Fucking Discord is all of a sudden not working. What in the fuck is going on? Maximum Velocity Racing League Discord. I got nothing. No, I don't think so. Oh no, fuck! I know what I did. Hold on. Hold on.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your crowds are rising, hearts are climbing, green flag waving, no more hiding. Fuel the fire, hit the gas. Another week, another chance, 'cause we race like there's no tomorrow. Speed and pride, we never borrow. Side by side till the sparks fly back. You want the glory, earn your track. From the open laps to the victory lane, we chase the thunder, outrun the rain. Strap in tight, no turning back. See you on the track. Maximum velocity, racing league. Do you have what it takes?
What in the hell is going on? Shit. Say it again. Did it say something? No. Okay. Hey guys, we are having some technical difficulties with the audio here. I am going to set the grid up to run for you guys, and we will. I'm going to work on these technical difficulties, and we'll see if we can and get them straightened out as soon as possible. And we'll be right back. I apologize.
to just make sure. Okay. Oh, so I was just gonna say it's working. Cool. All right, sweet. All right, welcome in everyone to the MVRL Truck Series here this evening, CNC Truck Series here on Motormouth Broadcasting. We humbly apologise for the technical issues we were experiencing before we were live here this evening. We appreciate everybody's patience as well. Hamish Runner here with you, Wesley Atlan alongside me, as well as Jim Cunningham in the booth for this evening's race. We're out at Chicagoland here this evening as the truck's starting to roll around. You can see the grid rolling on by. And this evening it is Justin Michael and Stove Price Jr. on the front row of the grid here this evening, Wesley. And we're about to go truck race and back on the tarmac after the what can only be described as pure chaos that the Dirt of Eldora brought us.
I'm going to run the grid one more time, but it's going to be pretty fast.
What a crazy race we had indeed with the obviously crazy dirt race, and now it's back on the pavement here, Chicagoland. The field is gridding. You see the lineup there with Michael Price, row 1, Trip Parker, Kirker, row 2, Floyd Hollinsworth will make up row 3. Row 4, William Kirk, the captain, and Bentley Glazer. Row 5, top 10 will find Scott Sanderson, Richard Holland. And you see the rest of the grid down below, as I think they're going to be keeping under caution. And, yeah, Hamish, you got the rest of the lineup, buddy. They're going to keep on staying under yellow.
Of course, we had Walker and Stanley on the 6th row, Maul, Lehman ahead of Knees and Fracker, with Lee Jr. and Groover being Brandon Groover ahead of Sailor and Spain, with Lee and Ritchie to as well, Baird and Schulter and Cleaver and Schoenbachler for the top 26. Brooks is out there as well, Neese and Stewart.
Caught up.
Carroll, Cook, Motorcheck as well, and we finally caught up here. So we see Ritchie and Brooks for the 12th row of the grid, and it's Schoenbachler, or Baird and Neese. So Schoenbachler was on the row ahead. To Cleaver and Carroll in behind for the 14th row of the grid as well, with there's Schoenbachler with Motorcheck, so he's obviously gaining some positions here on the rolling grid. Stewart and Patton are in behind them on the 16th row of the grid here this evening as well, with Cook and Woods ahead of Mitten and Eddie for an all Toyota 18th row of the grid. 19th row, Michael Milfeld Jr. ahead of CJ McLaughlin for the P38 position, ahead of Howell and Wishon for the top 40, as well as Smith. And Bill the People's Champion Paradise is in this race in P42. He just snuck in the final gridding position tonight. Riley Laverne in P43. The cars that missed: Chris Boyles, Kyle Kabash, Brad Stagel, Garrett Helmlinger, Ivan Jones, Paul Crumray, David Rigsby, Parker Donaldson, the Welshman's out, Zachary Groover, Wagner, Narden, Drum, Harris, Bumgarner, Watts, Dewar, and there was one other as well, which unfortunately cut me off. But we are green flag in the start zone at Chicagoland. And the Windy City calls our name once again as Maximum Velocity Racing League roars into turn 1 and 2.
So this race is underway. We'll keep an eye and see what these drivers will do as the opening lap. Justin Michael down on the inside. Up top is Aiden Kirker. Keep now the inside with Keaton Tripp in line. Glazer on the outside lane as well. Here they come. 1 lap in, 99 to go. Plenty of room around Chicagoland. A lap in as they work with Michael into turn 1.
What we saw there, the car's already going to cut the tri-oval tonight, Wesley. That could cause some dramas if they're not careful. Of course, rejoining back onto the banking is one of the toughest parts, especially when you're amongst a massive gaggle of cars, as we have here tonight. Signed up across the evening of racing, we had 60 cars sign up, 17 have gone home, with 43 left on the grid, and it's Justin Michael leading us across the line to start lap 3 of 100.
Justin Michael, Keaton Tripp, look at now up on the high side. There is Aiden Kirker as well. Glazer now going to get some company on the bottom by Scott Sanderson. All Chevrolets battling for that spot right now in 6th and 7th. Down to the bottom, got Stanley and Kirk behind him as they work their way back into turn number 3. Quick, nice, early, good start here at Chicagoland out of 4.
Yeah, nice and tidy thus far, Wesley, here tonight. And one thing that we found out today that's going to affect possibly this series and others going forward, the update for Season 2 of iRacing, which releases in the coming weeks. The brand new Ram NASCAR truck, the brand new Craftsman truck brought to you by Ram, is releasing in Season 2 of iRacing for 2026. Be interested to see if anyone makes the changeover, Wesley, before season's end when that update comes for the second season of 2026.
Yeah, the Dodge Ram obviously back in the NASCAR world, and it's so awesome that we're finally going to see the Ram truck on the world of the iRacing #1 motorsport simulation as well. All the while, we still continue to see Justin Michael holding on to the lead. There's that battle, though. Keaton Tripp trying to reel him in, getting closer and closer on the tailgate of the leader. He makes a move to the inside for that lead. They're door-to-door in 3.
The Toyota and the Chevrolet, two of the fastest drivers all season. Well, of course, Tripp former race winner this season. And thus far this season, Jim, we've gone 5 from 5 on race winners. Are we going to see a 6th here this evening, or will we finally get a 2-time winner coming into the next portion of this season?
Well, I will say this. I think we've thrown some of the wild cards out the window now with Eldora, and, this is back to good, solid mile-and-a-half NASCAR racing, and I think that more than likely the guys, the players that we've seen up front will probably be up there again when it's all said and done. But, yeah, there's a few of these guys that are super fast who have not gotten a win yet, like Justin Michael, for example. They're going to be so there's certainly some shots to find us a new winner tonight. So it's entirely possible. I'm not going to say yes, but it's possible.
Yeah, we're now back straight away as we continue to see now all these guys working their way around the racetrack. Bentley Glazer, and obviously carrying that momentum as what Mr. Jim just mentioned. Obviously, winner last year at Charlotte, winner at Eldora, Joshua Bonacek makes now the, of course, when the checkered flag fell, the 5th different winner of the 5 races so far. And, of course, as you mentioned, Hamish back on the pavement here at the Windy City of virtual Chicago. And speaking of the Hattiesburg, Mississippi driver, Joshua Bonacek, currently back in the top 25 and obviously not having the climb to the front that he had winning at Eldora last week in the heat wave entry.
Well, we know how strong he was on the dirt. He proved he was strong on the dirt season prior as well, so that's where his strengths really came in. Interesting to see if he has some strengths here on these classic mile-and-a-half speedways. But we know who's strong around these sorts of circuits. Of course, Michael and Tripp. The likes of Lehman is normally strong around these sorts of tracks as well. Same with Bentley Glazer as well. We've seen Will Kirk do well at times as well. So interesting to see who can really put the pressure on here this evening and who can maintain speed. I mean, the one driver probably hasn't lived up to the heights that we had them at from round 1 is Gordon Spain ultimately across the last 4 rounds. We thought he was going to be a multiple-time winner by this point. He was very strong on the Super Speedway at Daytona. He hasn't quite lived up, though, to the expectations that we sort of put onto him after round 1 when he took such an impressive win out there in Florida.
Well, he did have a good run at, I believe it was Atlanta. Didn't we do Atlanta right after that?
Another super speedway.
Yes.
So maybe those are his specialty.
Well, no, somebody said that. I don't remember
Yeah.
who it was in an interview later in another race or 2 into the season. Somebody said that Gordon is mainly a super speedway guy, so they weren't extremely worried about him or something to that reference, at a certain situation. So, yeah, apparently that is his strengths as we learn all these drivers this season here. So, yeah,
Yes.
but he's going to – these mile-and-a-halfs, so some of them kind of play like a super speedway, don't they, Wesley?
They really do. And obviously, this is the mile-and-a-half. It's an intermediate racetrack, right? You think of progressive banking, progression banking, like you see them dive into the corner. It can have 2, 3, 4 lanes. You could be at the bottom and then climb to the top and still carry your momentum. Nothing like Daytona, Talladega, or even Echo Park for that matter. But, I mean, this is a mile-and-a-half racetrack like Atlanta, so maybe you can kind of say that you could try to drive super speedway style here. Obviously, you're wide open, right? These guys are not on the brakes at all. They're hitting that throttle, and they're at full speed. Scott Patton right now, one of the biggest movers, 17 spots in the top 15. Zachary Groover starting 45th. He's now up to up 15th position, so as we watch Scott Patton right now climbing into the top 20. There he is in that beautiful looking Stone River Chevrolet. Got some company now down to the inside. That's that battle there, the 72 of Chris Walker. Looking at him, Hamish, as they work into turn 3.
Yeah, continuing to push here, trying to find the best line they possibly can. and just continuing to settle into their rhythm tonight. Now, I've been really impressed over these first few laps, just how nice and tidy we've been. Heading up towards the first 15 laps being completed here at Chicagoland. And I've just had a quick glance at the schedule and where we've previously raced this season. Ultimately, I think the circuit that has been most similar to Chicagoland, although I think Chicagoland's more similar to what's coming up future in the season in terms of Kansas Speedway. It's obviously very similar to the likes of Vegas Motor Speedway, but with a progressive banking about it. So we've seen similar racing thus far this season at a track that was very similar as well, of course. Back at Vegas, we saw James Lehman take his first win this season. So he's going to be one to keep an eye on tonight. He's already up 8 into the top 10, P6 at this point in time. He's making the moves. But guys further back, you've got to try and make moves as well, Wesley. It's going to take good strategy tonight, trying to call the cautions as best you can, because ultimately what we've seen thus far at these 1.5 miles is they're not normally caution fests. Normally these guys can run pretty well at these sorts of tracks. So we'll see how well they can do. But Jared Wishon, 24th position, started in 40th. He's made moves already, up 15 now as he drops back to P25.
You're exactly right. It is now Jared Wishon on the bottom of the apron of the racetrack. Remember, Jim, you can do that here at this racetrack, right? There's no penalty for driving below the bottom of the apron of the line. And obviously, if you can use that as a momentum booster to try to rally around some of these trucks, you can do that. And obviously, we'll probably see a lot more of these daring moves below the apron as we get closer to the end of the race.
Yeah, you certainly can do that. I have personally never been a big fan of it. I don't like the way it upsets the truck getting back onto the track. I just don't like that feeling. And I don't feel like, in a qualifying lap, it may buy you a tenth, maybe. More likely, probably about a half a tenth. So for me, it's not something I do. But, yeah, it's definitely done, and it's certainly legal. And a lot of guys are doing it here for sure. So,
well, I would say for road races out there, it's a very similar feeling to running the road course A layout of Homestead Miami, where you come up off the infield and onto the banking, and it's one of the worst feelings having to come up. It's like driving into a driveway that's too steep.
Charlotte Roval. Charlotte Roval has
Charlotte
that
Roval
same
as well.
thing.
Yeah. It's one of the worst feelings. It's one of the reasons why I prefer the road course B layout at Homestead. But yeah, I mean, it's such an off-putting feeling. I'm personally someone, when I do run these 1.5 miles, when I do run them, it's very rare, but when I do, I try and hug the banking as tight as possible at the tri-oval instead of running down onto the apron, because again, it can get so loose so quickly. And I think conservation, Wesley, is going to be an important thing tonight. Conserving tires, conserving mistakes. And by running onto that apron, you're almost putting a higher risk on yourself of getting caught up in a mistake when you come back onto the apron, or coming back on the apron when you've got someone alongside you and you haven't realized, and all of a sudden contact's made and you guys have ended up in the wall.
You're exactly right. Is obviously Keaton Tripp right now working his way patiently around the racetrack here, coming off of turn 4 back to the line. Remember, by the way, there was no stage racing in this series, and that's something very different than what we see in some of the other leagues or racing that I do. I mean, right now we're on lap number 20 of 100, and these guys are flawlessly working around the racetrack. It's like 80 to go, and this is already a very fast opening 20 laps, Jim, as these guys right now going 3 wide for just a moment. Chris Walker got a hornet's nest behind him, but we're already getting ready to put 5 laps away from a quarter distance of this race.
Well, we actually do have stage.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I know.
I looked at something backwards.
I do the same thing, man. I do the exact same thing. In fact, when you said that, I was like, oh, that's right. We don't do stages here. So I feel you, man.
10 to go in stage 1, everybody. 10 to go in stage 1. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, I feel you, man. I do the same thing.
Yeah, it's not the first time that mistakes can be made. Like, I go into races now, whenever I do NASCAR, because I've done so many of them at this point, I just expect the series to have stages, and when they don't, it's actually kind of off-putting. It's like, wait, what do you mean you don't have stages? Why not? The stages are good.
If you're an old school NASCAR guy, though, stages. I think stages were the beginning. Stages were the beginning of NASCAR falling apart in a lot of people's opinion.
If you're running, say, a Gen 4 league, or even old Gen 4 as well, or an 87's NASCAR series, don't do stages, because they didn't do stages to that time, you know. Gen 4, do a chase, a proper chase, and just don't have stages, because it wouldn't make sense. But if you're doing a modern series of O'Reilly's or Cup Series or Truck Series, then I think you've kind of got to have stages to make it as realistic to the modern era as possible. You don't have to do playoffs now, of course. They don't have playoffs anymore now. They've moved back to the chase. But
I mean,
yeah,
I think that is a league preference, you know. And
yeah, I agree.
I mean, if I were, I like stages from a broadcaster's standpoint, because I think it gives us an opportunity to bunch the field back up, which makes for more exciting racing.
I think as well, what it does is it offers an alternate strategy choice, Wesley, where you can either favor the stage and then try and balance the favoring of the stage as well to favoring the end of the race, or you can choose to favor the end of the race and pit before the stage end and try and offset yourself to give yourself a better strategy opportunity.
Oh, you're right.
It works a lot better when you have longer races and there's multiple stages, because then you can plan, okay, I want to get stage points in stage 1, I'll drop them in stage 2, but I'm doing that to try and offset myself to the race end. Where when it's a one-stage race, you're more or less, well, I can still prioritize stage 1 and I can still set myself up well to go to the end of the race and still get a good finish too. But the strategic game that can play is, and I'm a big fan of strategy, it makes it really interesting in how drivers strategize around it. Obviously, you can come in and raw dog your way to getting stage points and race points as well. But yeah, I'm a big fan of stages. I think playoff format, if you do the playoffs well enough, it works well.
Yeah.
Doesn't work quite so well for sim racing, because no one really has as much money in it as what NASCAR teams do. NASCAR teams have to show up for races where you don't have to if you're out of the playoffs. So I think having a chase scenario is actually much more suited to sim racing more so than playoff system.
Well, Jim, Hamish, you know my sentiments on the subject as we are closing in on the end of the stage. But what I will say is this in short, very quickly. For the people that complain about the stage racing, they were the ones that complained when they said that the racing was too boring and they wanted to have changes. So it's like a damned if you do and damned if you don't. The same people that complain about the playoffs are the same ones that are now excited that the chase is coming back. And I promise you, within the next 2 or 3 years, they'll be wanting the playoffs to come back. So it's like it's a dog eat dog world, right? You make some people happy in the litter, and then you make everyone else angry. So we're closing in on the end of the stage, the only stage of this race. And right now you're on board with Ty Stanley. He's got the eye to Captain Kirk. Look at this. Come on there. Get there. Ground control. Major Kirk on the inside. Captain. He'll make it around him, and he's going to go after this guy to get in the top 10 as we go into one. Couple of laps left, Jim, in stage 1 as well.
You just demoted poor. He went from Major Kirk
demoted. He
to
went from a
Captain
captain
Kirk.
to a Kirk to a captain to a captain to a Kirk, or to a captain and the colonel and ground control Major Tom as well. So, yeah.
Poor guy became a David Bowie song. He got demoted from major to captain in about 10 seconds. This is a hornet's nest 3 wide right here. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at this. Wow. Oh, hold on, baby. Old Spice, blow the whistle. Caution's out. We're at the end of the stage. This would have been the last lap, but we got a caution, guys. Got a truck spun in the tri-oval.
That's all.
Jared Bushon has stopped on the start-finish line. He's had a moment down at the tri-oval, it seems.
And this would count at the end of the stage, as we mentioned. Jared Wishon going around, 70 to go, and again, it was out. Wow! Ooh!
It's like Chase Elliott at SVG all over again. Gets loose on the top line, comes down, and just doors him.
Oh,
wow!
Yep. So who was that hit him there?
The 7 shitty coolers.
23. No, it was it was a 23. You just had to get shitty coolers in one time. It didn't even, they weren't even in play there. You just had to get them in. You know,
it was Jordan Nees.
No, it was Jordan. It was Jordan Nees. Yeah,
that's
we need to go.
Nees.
We need to go to Shitty Coolers and see if we can get an endorsement from them as many times as we say it during a broadcast. They ought to at least give us some free coolers or something.
Jim, a couple of years ago when I was announcing for the Cars Tour, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. That's what we called it, was the Shitty Coolers caution flag, and me and the guys, we were like, can we say Shitty Coolers over the broad? Yeah, Shitty. It's the sponsor, Shitty. I mean, so we say it's a Shitty Coolers caution, you know. Oh, wow.
All right. Well, I'm sure we're
Imagine
going
if
to
we had
see
the,
everybody here.
Yeah, everyone should be coming in. If you stay out now, you're putting a nail in your own coffin at this point of the race. You are getting a free pit stop at the stage end. If you ain't taking it, you ain't taking free samples at Walmart if you ain't taking this. I mean that there is just like seriously just come in, get your fuel, get your tires.
Well, I go to
I think you could
to
probably
Costco just to eat on Saturday. Are you kidding
Well,
me?
see, there you
Just walk
go.
around for
Yeah.
2 hours eating samples.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
It's actually not true, but
I mean, you could.
you could, and people do actually do that. But
I may or may not have done that at one point, but you know, one time in my life.
look, they've been. I'm not going to tell you how many times. By the way,
Wait, what? Hang on. Man, I've just noticed Chris Howe, Charles Woods have just driven through pit road. They haven't actually taken a stop.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Howell and Woods. Yeah, they're right now in first and fourth. They did not stop, guys. What in the world?
I wonder if they got a speeding in the lane and they had to do a drive-through, so they just drove straight through.
no black flag showed up. We would have seen that.
That's true.
No.
It's an interesting strategy play.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jim,
plus you can't-
can
you
we
can't-
give a
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
No,
ahead.
I was going to say, man, obviously, I mean, if there's a penalty, do they have to, like, I mean, well, will they come back on pit road now? I mean, I guess that would be the smart thing to do, right? Yeah, here
Well,
they
no, you
come.
can't.
Howell's in.
But no, this is Woods here too.
Yeah, but
no,
those are the guys that didn't pit.
But you can't. Were they a lap down?
No. Maybe they missed their box. Maybe they missed the box.
Maybe.
And they're like, well, now we have to drive around again.
I
Maybe.
think they're a lap down. They were still in the top five. It just showed a goose egg as far as pitting guys, and now they're on the pit lane now. But Hamish, you're exactly right. They've hurt themselves because they're literally now at the bottom. Yeah, they're at the tail end of the field now. Yeah, they're at the back.
They're going to get put to the end of line because the pace truck's already come past. They have to go to the end of the line. They can't just filter in because everyone's lined up side by side, so they must go to end of line.
Right.
Maybe they did this as a way to offset themselves by a lap, thinking, well, we could actually now get an extra lap of fuel over everyone else, and what we could do is push ahead.
Maybe, but then why wouldn't you stay on the track? And well, one of them got a lead in a lap anyway. So, but, well, no, technically they didn't get a lap left.
No, he didn't complete. He didn't
I'll tell you
complete
what,
the lap.
actually, while we're here and doing right here, let's do this. Let's pull up the points real quick, and let's show just quick. And we're not very far into the season, but we'll show the top 20 here real quick. And while we got a chance, and y'all can go over that real quick before we go.
Well, not very surprising that Keaton Tripp is leading the way as we get up to the restart zone once again. 6 points is the current gap between himself and Justin Michael as well. So that's still a tight championship. These guys have been battling for the race lead all night as we're restarted once again here at Chicagoland. So Michael and Tripp, the top two in the championship, top two in this race at this stage. In comparison to everyone else in the field, they've got some work to do tonight here, Wesley, to try and gain some points.
Hey, Jim, can I have some audio? Some vroom, vroom, vroom in my ear?
Absolutely, sir. I will give you your vroom, vroom.
Right. Hey, everybody, before we go any further, as we go to the restart, I want to also say that we're thinking about our buddy, Ewan O'Leary. Obviously, he had some, he's got some health issues going on right now, but he's obviously one of our members of Motormouth Broadcasting. And, Jim, I know you think the world of him, so we're thinking about Ewan. Hopefully he gets to feeling better. And if I'm not myself as well, people, please bear with me. I found out this morning my 90-year-old grandmother passed away, so I've definitely been kind of like trying to go through my day to day, but I'm also kind of in the days as well. So, yeah.
We've got another caution here just quickly. Larry Eddy, man with two first names, has gone around. Rylan Neese as well now has a meatball flag. Do want to say though, Wesley, hell of an innings though for your grandmother to go to age 90. That's
right.
A hell of an effort.
Yeah, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. She had the on-starting of she had Alzheimer's. Dementia was settling in. She had health issues, breast cancer as well in her stomach, and it was just. I think the man above said, "Hey, we're not going to let her suffer anymore." And I would rather her leave this world in peace than to be on the earth suffering.
Sometimes, it's for the better. There's no doubt about that. And
they go and let God.
Yep, and you are definitely in our prayers and your family as well.
Well, I appreciate that. And Ewan, I hope if you're watching on Motormouth, buddy, I hope you get to.
I hope you're
feeling better.
About 2 in the morning.
I hope for
Yeah.
Ewan's sake he's catching up on all of the pop culture references I tried to reference him and he just did not know. I hope for Ewan's sake
Yes,
this is
that's
his excuse now to
absolutely right.
catch up on world pop culture
Yes.
icon moments of the last 30 years.
Jesse could teach him a lot of that, couldn't he?
I
Hamish.
know all about pop culture. My favorite movie is Adam Sandler's Little Nicky. I love that movie. It's a great film.
Little
Great
Nicky.
film. I
Oh
love when
my God.
Let
I
the
love-
sin begin.
you know,
My
skin
God.
tastes,
What are we
skin
doing
tastes
here?
better than gelati. It must be said.
All
It's a
right,
great
bye,
pastry.
bye, Jesse. Thank you, buddy.
did.
Thank you. God,
I
should have
can't
never
cut him
opened the
off.
door,
That's the
Jim.
worst part. I can't stop it. Jesse has tapped into our electronics. In fact,
It's follow the money.
you know
It's
what? You
national.
know what?
back.
I want to know, Jesse.
back?
Jesse, I want to know, what do you think caused that audio issue that we had before this race started?
Oh,
It's a conspiracy.
It was definitely the Guatemalans and their radio connectivity. They have outreaches in Chicago, Jim. This is the issue. There is a secret base of Guatemalans under the Chicagoland Speedway, and they're working out of there. The CIA has been investigating them for months. I've seen the paperwork. I know this because I was there. I signed the documents. They're there, but they don't want you to know they're there. They blindside you with Venezuelans, thinking that you'll forget about the other Latinos in Chicago, but they really worry about those Guatemalans. And
They blindside you with the Venezuelans. It's not about the
God,
oil.
my eyes are watering here, guys.
not about the oil, it's about the Guatemalans.
Now, turn 4. I have a spectator climbing the fence.
There you go. And I think it's Jesse climbing the fence in turn 4, guys.
My first ruling as Minnesotan governor when I get back into office in
Oh, you're gonna get back in office?
2027. Oh, I'm running again I only did one term. I'm running again.
Yeah.
To become Minnesota governor. When I become
gotcha.
governor of Minnesota, I am going to get rid of all of those secret Guatemalan bases across Illinois. I'm going to cross state lines to do it. Since I'm a frogman, I'm allowed to do this. I have the jurisdiction.
Think of you, Jesse, as we get ready for a restart.
He
Yeah.
dislikes me, that Mandarin man. He needs to go back to the tree and peel himself away from so many different things. Tariffs and such.
Oh my God! You are. Please don't do that again. My God!
That was weird.
I've
Yes,
lost
that
it,
was
my
very
Jesse.
weird.
Where did he come from?
Who knows?
I don't even
Hell,
know.
I feel like hell.
Public service announcements brought to you by followthemoney.com. Let's go back to green.
Who is the kahuna in this deal? I think it's Barney.
Yeah, 60-something laps to go as Jim Wolf, your favorite lap truck in the series of maximum velocities up in front. Mr. Justin Michael, we're back underway.
He is. I do indeed love the Daniel Defense Toyota there. I'm a Toyota man myself currently. I don't know. I may switch to the Ram. I'll have to give it a whirl. I do like the Rams, but I've been driving a Toyota now for years.
I like that black 3. Shades of the Goodrich colors. But man, look at that. Nice looking truck.
Justin Ritchie. Very much
Shades of the Goodwrench colors. It is the Goodwrench colors.
Yes, it is
It just has
shades.
a different font for the 3.
Right?
It's a good looking truck.
It looks a lot like the Mike Skinner truck when he
It does,
ran for
yes. When he
for
ran
the
for
NASCAR
Dell,
Truck
yeah.
Series, guys.
When
Okay?
he ran for Earnhardt
Yeah.
DEI, yeah. Yep, old Mike Skinner.
You know, I had the privilege to induct him into the Hall of Fame
Really?
last year, Airway Speedway. Oh yeah.
Mike Skinner, man. Hey, that dude.
Mike and Angie, great people.
That
Yeah.
Mike Skinner was a racer, man. Old school kind of racer, you know. Just he drove anything and drove fast, you know.
You know, Jim, Mike Skinner reminds me of like the Josh Berry of today, right? I mean, he was in great equipment, but he just never got the shot that he really deserves. And honestly, I don't think Mike really ever really wanted to go for it. And I think a lot of Josh Berry what he done in the late model world, and now obviously now having the opportunity to drive in NASCAR and with the Wood brothers, right? Just taking the best of an opportunity.
And right, there's a lot of those guys that like Dick Trickle. I mean, I don't.
There you go.
Please, I just can't wait for the jokes to start on that. But Dick Trickle, man, that guy was a short track legend. He was a god.
He was an ace up in Wisconsin.
Oh my God, he was a god
in Wisconsin. Yes.
I mean, like Matt Kinzer grew up idolizing that dude, and and then when he got to NASCAR, it just sometimes, those guys they don't want to be that big. You know what I mean? They're just racers. They're just weekend racers at heart. And if you get to the big time, it's not necessarily about racing as much anymore. It's a lot about business.
Right.
Hamish,
what a good run right now, buddy. We're heading towards halfway in about 8 laps, and Justin Michael has been the guy that has set the pace and leading the race and looking for win 28 if he pulls it off tonight. By the way, if he does it, he will tie Scott Patton with 28 career wins, the most of anybody in Maximum Velocity Racing League.
Not just that, he'll also become our 6th different winner of the season, Wesley, in a row.
Yes, sir.
We would go 6 from 6 at the start of this season, and with Rockingham coming next week, tough track, real driver's track is the Rock. We could be on for 7 if it happens. So,
and I'll tell you what, I just called one from Rockingham last night with a group of drivers that was insane. I got the pleasure of calling for 2 weeks. We're doing the IROC Challenger Series, and man, that field was loaded. I mean, Dale Earnhardt Jr. races in that league. TJ Majors, Junior's old spotter, currently spotting for Brad Keselowski. Races in there. There's several other NASCAR. Travis Quapple's son races in there. There's a bunch of them in there. A bunch of NASCAR officials. That league is loaded with talent, man. And I tell you what, we had a good time at Rockingham last night.
I'll tell you what, though, right now, Keaton Tripp, Justin Michael, they're in a world of their own. 1.9 seconds is the gap. Back to the train behind them, being led by Dakota Floyd at this point in time. We've got a blinker out there as well.
Is it a blinker?
As Scott Sanderson has disappeared off the road, and he may have been booted from the session as well.
Wow.
Thanks to that wondrous pink flag that saves drivers by it being in place. He's not returned just yet, although now he has, and he's returned at the back of the field. So something's happened. That's very weird.
I've never seen that.
No, he's disappeared and then he's reappeared at the back end of town, so I don't know how that's happened. It's very, very weird and awkward, unless he pulled over knowing that he disappeared. But the fact that no one hit him is an absolute godsend, it must be said. But
yes.
But this pack behind the race leaders is really heating up now, and they are pushing hard at this point in time. We mentioned earlier on, Wesley, that the new Rams coming in, of course, to iRacing, and Jim and I spoke about this pre-race. One thing that we want to see, I want a Dodge Hellcat Cup car in O'Reilly's car. Get Dodge back in the main game. It would look absolutely sweet. And how good would it feel to have 4 manufacturers back on the grid for NASCAR going into the Cup Series in future? It'd be fantastic.
I don't know if you know this or not, Hamish, but supposedly Honda has stuck their name into the manufacturer war. There's a possibility you'll see them in the next about 2030 in the Cup Series.
That is probably the wildest choice for a manufacturer in NASCAR. I thought Toyota was weird, but Toyota feels normal now.
Right.
But Honda coming in, that feels so weird, knowing that we've had the likes of Dodge and Pontiac before racing in the series, to then get another Japanese manufacturer in, Buick as well, to get another Japanese manufacturer in there in Honda. And the question I have to ask is, what car would they run? What would they run as a NASCAR? Were they going to run the NSX?
The Accord.
No,
the Accord. The Honda Accord.
Yeah, for sure, the Accord.
Yeah, it's the Accord.
I'll tell you what, it may be weird.
There's already testing going on.
Everyone's mum is going to be racing in NASCAR when they get the Honda Accord in there. That's going to be...
No, but look, the reality is, it's been that way for years, man. The cars like the Taurus, my God, the Taurus was the most popular car on earth when it was racing in NASCAR. I mean, everybody.
In the US, where it is old.
But look, there's the obvious reason, man. NASCAR fans are driving Hondas nowadays.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
right.
we're past that days of it's just that we only drive American cars. We're
Well,
past
they're all
that.
older now. They're all buying more
Plus, they're
reliable
built
cars.
in the United States anyway.
Well, are the Accords built in the United States?
Yeah, they've got Honda factories here.
Okay, I'm surprised they actually sell them as Hondas and not as Acuras.
No, they I mean, all those foreign manufacturers now have plants here. I mean,
What I think
big ones.
what I think would actually be a big one to come into the series, although it's not going to happen since Chevrolet's in there, but getting Cadillac in there would be really cool as well, since Cadillac are really putting their money in to more world motorsport, obviously with the likes of Formula One and WEC and IMSA.
They're looking for a higher. Whoa, we got somebody off the track there. Who was that?
I was Schulter dropping down.
By the way,
out of the
second
top
half
12.
underway, boys.
Yeah, we're into the second of the last 50% of this race. Lap 52 of 100 now. I think he dropped down, but he's still racing. He's back on the road now ahead of Jordan Nees as they battle towards P14.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to click on Monocheck. But since I did, and he won last week, of course, at Eldora, I realized y'all said earlier he was from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I lived about 30 minutes down the road from Monocheck there. Of course, he was probably not even born when I lived there, but I spent a few years there in South Mississippi, and was not too far at all from where Josh Monocheck. We were going to the big city when we went to Hattiesburg. And Famous, who lives in Hattiesburg now, maybe Wesley might know this, and I'll even give you a clue. He's from Kiln, Mississippi, but he lives in Hattiesburg now. Very famous athlete.
A famous athlete that lives in Hattiesburg, Mississippi?
Yep, originally from Kiln, Mississippi. Extremely famous.
Oh, man.
Hall of Famer. Going to be a Hall of Famer in NFL.
Sports person? Oh, yeah.
Carl Busch?
Yeah. No. Football.
Yeah, football.
Oh, I don't know. Players, so that's my fault.
Oh, man. Famous athlete from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I'm trying to think. I know he just recently. Is it Ray Guy?
No. Ray Guy's from Alabama, though. Ray Guy's a beast.
Yeah.
He's already in the Hall of Fame.
I know he was a punter. Wasn't he? Was a punter for the NFL.
Yep.
He's from Mississippi.
No, he's from Alabama. Ray Guy. Well,
are you sure?
He might be from Mississippi. He played football at Alabama.
I got you. Yeah, I think he's from Hattiesburg, man. I really do. I thought he was from.
My pick was, Ray Guy would not be more famous than
Harold Jackson?
Nope. Quarterback. I'll give you that much.
It's only two I can think of that are from Hattiesburg.
He's not
Ray
from
Guy
Hattiesburg. He's from Kiln.
Harold Jackson.
He lives in Hattiesburg still.
Ah. Okay. So he moved.
Well, he's from Kiln, Mississippi, which is a really small town right down near Picayune and Mississippi, and right
Brett
there.
Favre! Brett Favre!
You Googled it, you dirty dog. I hate Google, you bastard.
Well, I mean, after the three stumps that you got me on, and I had two correct, I was like, okay, this is, yeah. So I did Google it, I'll admit.
Did you Google Ray Guy, too, to see that he was from
No, I knew him. He was a Raiders guy, everybody.
Yeah,
Come on.
But was he really from Hattiesburg?
Yes, he's originally from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. That's who I was first thinking of, and Harold Jackson, too. But then when you said the hometown, I got to thinking about it. I'm like, that hometown sounds too damn familiar. Yeah, and sure enough, Brett Favre.
I mean, he was he's obviously a legend,
Brett Favre did not have he kind of reminds me of Aaron Rodgers, okay? Like, just retire already.
I tell you what, though, man, he was a beast right up till the end, man. I always liked Brett Favre, and he played with the Vikings there at the end of his career, and they got the Saints in the NFC Championship game, and he took a beating in that game that I ain't never seen in my life, and ultimately it was the game that sent the Saints down after that, which was the Bounty Gate situation, when we found out when.
Oh, why did you say Bounty Gate? You're gonna bring Jesse back with some kind of Watergate stuff or something,
well,
Jim.
Jesse probably doesn't know a lot about
Bounty Gate.
Yeah.
I was a bounty hunter at one point, but
Don't you?
I don't own gates. I have a fence line that I climb over and dig under to get into my home. I don't own gates.
Damn, it's your fault. You opened the door. When you
No.
said gate, that did it.
Is that what happened?
Anything NSL conspiracy, you know.
Yeah.
I live in a cave for 3 months of the year. I spend my time 6 months of the year in the Baja, 3 months in Minnesota, and the other 3 in a cave where I hibernate during the winter.
Be on the broadcast crew for the Baja 1000, Jesse. That would be fun.
Oh, I would love it. I have a circuit down here in the Baja. I made it myself.
There you go. Yeah.
It's called the Body.
Called the box.
I made the banking out of old four-wheel drive tires. It's a bit bumpy, but it works.
Oh my goodness, Justin Michael, by the way.
Yeah.
Jim, I know you got to be excited for this guy, man. He has just dominated this thing, dude.
Well,
Nobody has been able to beat this guy from the pole.
He's kind of gravitated like to use my driver because I said that I liked his livery, which is fine. I obviously don't have anything against him. And
I like his rap job.
I do like his rap job. He's a hell of a rapper, and but I have to say, man, look, this is pure ass domination right now. I mean, short of that little episode where the guys drove through pit lane, they may have led a lap. I think other than that, he's led every single lap here so far tonight. Let's take a look.
I don't think they'll actually technically even get the point for leading a lap because they didn't cross the line in the lead when they completed the lap.
Here, no, you're right.
So
that's probably true. Let's see.
You've got to lead from line to line, and they didn't lead from line to line. So.
And by the way, for people that do not know what Daniel Defense is, it is a premier American firearms manufacturer founded in 2002 by Marty Daniel, based in Black Creek, Georgia, renowned for high-quality cold hammer forged barrels and precision engineering. The company produces AR-15 style rifles.
Yes.
Please make sure you have a gun license and you know how to fire a gun before somebody just takes it.
Don't buy one from a local market either. Buy it from a reputable source.
Yeah.
Where it is registered and properly.
Guns don't kill people. Stupid people kill people, as I always say.
Well, we won't get into any of that, but I mean.
But anyhow, Justin Michael has dominated this race. 64. He's led all laps so far here, Hamish. 64 of 100 laps.
Ultimately, Wesley, him and Keaton Tripp are in a world of their own this evening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I think Keaton is playing the long game here. He's waiting until, there's that final 20 laps or so before he really makes a move at Justin. He tried getting past him. He couldn't get past him. So now he's playing the waiting game. He's saving some tires. And he may play the strategy game of, if they have to take a green flag stop, he may take only right side tires to get out of pit road faster than Justin. Of course, if Justin's smart, he'll do the same thing because he won't want to try and give up time or risk giving up time to Keaton by taking 4 tires. Ultimately, tires don't wear that fast here at Chicagoland.
Well,
you can take right.
They actually have started to, as the years have gone by. They're not as they're not as great as they used to be here. But I don't think tires are going to be the issue here tonight. But
I don't think so. So I think for Justin Michael, with the gap that he's got, 2.5 seconds, or nearly 4 seconds. It's at 4 seconds actually. Back to P3, 0.7 of a second back to Keaton Tripp. It's not worth the risk of taking 4. He can get away with the risk of taking 2. Because unless it's a caution, I think he needs to take right sides to maintain the possibility and defend the possibility of Keaton Tripp only taking right sides. If it's a caution, you take 4 because you're going to come out right behind him anyway. You're not going to give up any time. So for Justin on this next stop, watch him.
I don't agree with. I definitely do not think that is not the way I would do it for sure.
If I was in his position, I would want to be counter.
You're only saving 2 seconds.
Hey, you save more than 2.
No. You save about 2 seconds. It's about 12 seconds for a 2-tire stop, and it's about 14 seconds for a 4-tire stop. We got.
Well, we're getting pit stoppers here. Layman's in.
We are getting pit
And the
stoppers here.
155 had a very awkward pit stop I
Well,
just
let's
saw as
see.
well as I'm checking them coming through the lane. So Lehman is in.
Let's see what they're going to do here. See if they're taking 2, 4. What are they doing? He is taking. Well,
He's
got-
taking 4 because he's
we don't
taking
know that.
right.
Yeah.
No, we don't know that yet. No,
Here
I
we
called
go.
the wrong side. That's my fault.
There we go.
So let's see. Does he take
he's
that? He's taking
4.
4.
Yep.
Okay. Justin Michael's in. Race leader's in. So let's see what the race leader does.
Funny stop
Justin
for him
Michael has
too.
pitted. Yeah, earlier stop, lap 69. Nice.
This is go all the
Good
way
sleep
to
for
the
that.
end. This is go all the
Yep.
way to the end territory. He's absolutely going
Yep.
to take 4 here. No question.
Just think, guys, he stretched this one all the way to 38 laps in that last run. He pitted at lap 30. Now on lap number 69, so 38, 39 laps. And obviously, he's ready to take this to the finish. He'll be able to go the distance, as you mentioned,
Did he
Jim.
not? Okay, no, he did. Okay.
He took all 4. Does Keaton Tripp take all 4, though?
We'll see.
Does he take
Is
4?
he in?
Although
Yeah, he's in.
He's in now, but I suppose the bonus for
He did leave
Justin
a lap,
will
though.
be. Yeah, well, the bonus for Justin will be is he's about to be at full speed on 4 tires coming around as Keaton comes out of pit lane. Keaton's not going to get up to speed fast enough to actually get past him. Plus, as well, Justin had got the gap out to around about a second prior to this stop. Keaton's taking all 4 tires, so
Yep.
Justin Michael should get past him now, back into the race lead. Tripp is just dropped. There's Michael on the tri-oval. He's going to get past him, and he's going to gain a heap.
Oh, yeah.
He is going to
gone.
gain a heap on him by undercutting him. What is the gap going to be? My God, it's out to, I think it's going to be out to about 2.5 seconds nearly.
Oh, I think it's going to be more than that.
Well, it's growing. The beauty, though, for Keaton Tripp is he is now in a draft. So he has got some cars to draft with at this point. It's 2.8 seconds is the gap now, Wesley, up to Justin Michael. And realistically, with 29 laps to go, it's Justin Michael's to lose at this point in time.
So my question is, the guys who pitted a couple of laps before those guys, so that would have been the guys that pitted on lap 65, right?
Undercut.
Undercut. Well, this is
Yeah,
all
well,
said.
Aiden Kirker has undercut Keaton Tripp. He's actually passed him on the road
There you
for
go.
position.
Yeah, that just tells you how important tires are here, right there. Yep. But
How well
Michael's
that's what
back by him again. Michael's back by him again.
Ugh.
But still, I mean, obviously Michael's the fastest truck on this track all night. So, but yeah, that just goes to show you how 4 tires. So, if somebody in that top 4 or 5 would have pitted, they could have theoretically undercut Justin Michael and got ahead of him. In fact, I would go as far as to say that if Keaton Tripp has got somebody in his corner spotting for him, somebody should have clued in that they should have tried an undercut there. As soon as they got to the window where they could make it, they should have hit.
That's right. As we've got Greg Maul and Gordon Spain now into pit road as well. Top 4 need a pit. They've taken 2 stops, but the last stop was on lap 35. The leader at this stage is Christopher Howell, who's getting himself a bonus point for leading a lap at this point, and he has now led a full lap, by the way.
Well, and you remember where we saw Christopher Howell when he drove through pit road on lap 20, or lap 30, I'm sorry, and we saw that for the when the
Well,
stage.
he's been in since then again. He
Yeah,
came in on 31, and
I
then
don't
he's
know.
coming on 35.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about, but it was only a little quick splash and go for fuel on 35. But here he is still out here running. And, I mean, I guess now the only thing that, potential is if he were to catch a caution now, he would lock himself, he'd knock, 23, 24 guys down. No, it's over now.
So now here comes the 88 of Howell. And remember, guys, he's the one that, him and Woods were the ones that overshot under a caution. Now I hate to say this, Jim. I'll get your thoughts on this. Justin Michael, he's going to cycle back around as the leader. Here he comes.
Oh, for sure.
And look at this domination by the 87. I'll be honest, guys. It's been a while since I have seen somebody on iRacing literally dominate whether this guy is right now.
I mean, he's on it tonight, man. Whatever it is, his setup, this track, I don't know. He's fast. He's been fast. But, man, I tell you what, it just seems like it's his night right now. Hey, don't look now, but your past champion, he's up to 6th place now, guys.
It's about to be 5th place as Michael Brooks is now in pit lane. So Lehman up 9 into the top 5 at this point in time. Griffin Saylor, by the way, up 11 into the top 10. Schulter up 12 into the 10 as well. Richie up 12 into P11. Carroll up 15. Milfelt Jr. up 23 positions into P14. Heath Smith up 24, the most positions gained thus far in this race, into P17 at this point in time. So some big gainers out there. 2.6 seconds, though, is the gap for Justin Michael. Back to Keaton Tripp, who battles with Aiden Kirker for P2 at this stage. And we've got 23 to go.
I just wanted to peek and see if anybody might have taken 2 tires as a strategy, but it doesn't look like. Nobody in the top 15 did anyway.
There's a defending champion right now.
Yeah.
Solid run for him, top 15 right now. Just kind of – and guys, I don't want to jinx anything, but the more we get all these guys spread out,
less
the
chance.
more and more you separate everybody for a less chance of a late race caution. I mean, I'm looking on my track map, thanks to the time and scoring from SDK that Jim provides us on Motormouth Broadcasting, and it is like everybody is just going in their own little revolution. Look at this. There's hardly any gaps, Jim Cunningham, around the racetrack as they're making laps around the 1.5 miles, but under 25 to go.
Yeah, I mean, this is the classic situation that you get into with these 1.5 miles when you run through a whole pit cycle and it stays green like this. They get spread out. And like you said, there's less chance. But then again, there's somebody that's going to send it 3 wide here, like what just happened right there. So, there's still that possibility out there.
Well, as we continue on, for Justin Michael, it is pure domination here this evening in the Windy City. Closest battles inside the top 10 are the likes of Floyd, Lehman, and Glazer as they battle for P4, and as well for Saylor, Schulter, and Price Jr. What an unfortunate run for Price Jr. tonight. Started on the front row and is back in P10, down 8 positions. Not the race that he would have been hoping for after that qualifying.
It wasn't that long ago that we saw him at the very back of the field early on in this race. I went back and I was shocked because it said he was down like 30 positions or something, and I didn't really know what happened to him. I didn't say anything on the broadcast about it, but he was running back there, so I don't know what happened to him. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's get this off the screen, and let's see what this shows us here. Well, you can see there, early on in the race, he dropped all the way back into the mid-30s, and he's just slowly progressed, worked his way up, took his 4 tires there, and just continued to work his way up. And, obviously he slipped back there during that pit cycle just now, but, yeah, good. And where is he? When did he pit on lap? So he was a late pitter. He pitted on 70, so, okay. Yeah, I mean, good run for Stove Price. Considering where he was at back there around, early in the race, I don't know why he went straight to the back. It may be on a choice. I don't know. Or did he have a penalty? Was he somebody that had a penalty?
Maybe a pit penalty, speeding penalty.
What number is he? No, 29. He had an EOL penalty from previous race. That's why he went to the back.
Okay, so he just started at the back. Yep. I got you. Yep. Okay. Well, what a way to come back and be in the top 10. And I'm loving some Little Debbie snacks.
I know, right? Oh, man. Especially them holiday ones, Well, I like all them Little Debbies. I can't lie.
The strawberry shortcake ones are my favorites.
You strike me as a strawberry shortcake guy.
The strawberry shortcake swirls are my favorites, right?
I like the cosmic brownies, I like the cosmic brownies. I like a lot.
And you can never go wrong with Nutty Butters, right? Nutty Buddies.
No, you can't go wrong with those
either. Hamish, I know you're overseas, but do you like Little Debbie?
They don't have Little Debbies over there.
Are you serious?
No, we don't have them here.
No,
it's a conspiracy, Jesse.
No, here it goes. Jesse
No
doesn't.
conspiracy. They're only in the U.S. of A. I have the factory in the Baja, so I get them, but nowhere else in the world other than the USA or the Baja
They're
gets little
freedom
Debbie's.
cakes.
Freedom cakes.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry, Jim. I shouldn't have opened up that damn door, and I did it. My apologies.
And the sad
No,
part
to
is
answer
you
your
blamed me
question-
for it last time.
And to answer your
Well,
question, no, we do not have.
We
little
need
Debbie's.
it. We need it. Last week. Jesse, you like dirt, don't you?
I love dirt. I live in the sands of time in
Yeah.
the Baja. It's basically dirt.
We needed it for Eldor, Jim, but yeah. Under 15 to go. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. Well, Jesse likes snack cakes, Jim. We like snack cakes, but unfortunately, Hamish, we're going to have to mail him some if the tariff prices weren't so bad. We send him some.
Rhiannon said he's going to be stuck like this all day now.
She's going to be getting a phone call from Jesse Ventura.
He walks around the house doing Jesse Ventura the rest of the day.
I'm going to give you an image post-show, Jim, that does not need to be on on air.
God.
And know what, Rana, is that your wife, Rana? Hamish?
That's my partner,
Yes,
Rhiannon, yes.
Okay, I said Rana. My apologies, Rana. I said she. So you do that to her?
Yes. On the
Yeah.
regular.
You have Jesse harass you when you get off the air?
She probably
Yeah, he calls
wakes
in.
She probably wakes up to Jesse Ventura whispering sweet,
Well, no,
sweet scandals in her ear.
I sleep talk, so it's she'll wake up to just me going Baja. One pig.
Follow the money. Follow the
Who's
money.
the big kahuna in this deal? Follow the money. Minnesota.
12 to go. And it is all Daniel Defense, number 87, Justin Michael. There he is. And Jim, he's out picking off trucks one by one as we near the home stretch of this race. And he will become, I mentioned it earlier, he will tie Scott Patton with 28 career wins, most of maximum velocity. Now a tie between those two. And by the way, third on the list is Ashton Crowder with 11 career wins. Shane Lehman, defending champion, with 10. And then again, Jim, he will now be 6 for 6 on the season. That just shows you how competitive this maximum velocity CNC All Design Truck Series has been this year.
Something that I hope we do make a change going forward about, and what we really didn't get to focus on it, especially tonight. We had 60 trucks show up here to make a 43-car field. It has been I've never seen anything like that in sim racing in my broadcasting time. I've seen a few where you go over a couple of cars or whatever. Never 60 show up. That harkens back to the days of in NASCAR when like Michael Waltrip Jr. had his own team and was starting out, and he was struggling to make those races. And back in that time when NASCAR was so popular, and and people were just doing anything they could to just get in the race. I mean, and I hope that we make some changes to where we can focus on the qualifying, like we talked about with James before the race tonight. And I'm gonna say it on air, and if you've got opinions about this out there in chat, put it out there and let people know, because I want to see it. I would love to see this series highlight these guys that are out here trying to make this field and struggle, and they work really hard, and they miss this thing, and they get no air time, they get no show time, but they're out there practicing, and they're working on their setups, and they're trying to make this field. And I think it'd be really cool, and I think people would enjoy it. That's my rant for the day. Did I bore everybody to sleep?
No. 7 laps to go there at Chicagoland, and for Justin Michael, it's 7 laps of pushing to the end. Gaps now, it's nearly 3 seconds, and I think Peyton Tramp has given up on it. It's getting hotly contested down there.
That was right in front of the leader, too. Here comes the leader. I'll tell you, the battle that's left on track here is this battle for fifth, sixth place right here. Really, there's about you got this whole group of trucks right here as well. So you got a nice little gaggle here battling for this the back end of this top 10 here, which every point matters in a series like this. Especially in a series where you could miss a damn race. I mean, because any one of these guys could spin out on their qualifying lap and go home.
Well, speaking of going home, Wesley's just disconnected from the channel, so now it's you and me, Jim, for the final 5 laps, it seems.
Well,
as we continue to push on.
I guess he got offended by Jesse.
He wasn't ready for the Baja. Maybe he's the big kahuna in the deal.
He might be the big kahuna in the deal.
He very well may be.
But we got 5 laps to go here with Justin Michael out in front, dominating. I'm not going to lie to you. I have not seen a performance like this in broadcasting NASCAR yet.
I've only seen one more dominant than this, and it's when the race winner was 2 laps ahead of the whole field. That is the only time I've seen it be this dominant. I mean, this is pure and simple for a 1.5 mile track.
That wasn't in a 43 car field either.
High speed, 43 cars. This is easily one of the biggest and best performances I've ever seen.
Unbelievable. And Keaton Tripp, look, let's not sell that dude short. He's been second the whole entire night.
He has. And for Michael, he'll take the. Or will he take the championship lead? Actually, it was 6 points the difference. He won the stage, and then if he wins the race, I think they'll either be tied on points or it's going to be very, very close.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Wesley's power went out, and now his internet's gone too. It's okay, Wesley. It's all good. Thank you for letting us know in the chat there. Appreciate it.
Well,
but we've only got 3 laps to go, and for Justin Michael, it is pure domination, although we've had some off-tracks. Could it be a late race caution with Wesley Kirk running across the tri-oval? It is a late race caution. It's overtime.
Me?
Overtime in Chicagoland. The Windy City rings the bells.
God. Oh, my goodness. What in the world? Who was that was involved? That was Michael.
William Kirk and Michael Milfeld Jr. as well.
Milfeld hit the wall. Yep. Oh! There was a couple of trucks involved there. Hey, guys, that's the wrong way. Well.
The truck is the wrong way around. No wonder the caution's been thrown, and how this now changes the game. Do we see late race? Do we see late race runs into pit lane, Jim, when we're back on live?
I don't know.
To see if the race leader can come in.
I don't know. They've got tires. They all got an extra set of tires sitting in there.
Tires. But is it worth the risk?
I don't see you doing. I don't know, man. Oh, he
is. Race leader's in.
They're all
coming. My God. They're all coming.
Somebody's gonna brave it for a track position.
Yeah, they'll brave. Yeah,
Gordon Spain
is gonna go for track position.
Okay.
My God.
I love the balls on that guy right there, man. If he pulls a top 10 out of this because he did that, that'll be absolutely insane.
It will be.
Oh my gosh. And he got a lap. He's leading a lap too, so I wonder if he's just doing that to get a point for leading a lap.
He might do. So Michael will leave pit road ahead of Keaton Tripp, ahead of Schulter and everyone else. Full 4 tires on all those cars, and they're about to have the grip advantage over Gordon Spain.
Oh, yeah.
I still think it's Justin Michaels to win. But he's going to be on the outside line, Jim.
Yeah.
Is the outside going to benefit him, or is the inside going to have the benefit?
Well, I think by the time they get up to speed, he'll be past Spain. Actually, Spain might be exactly what he needs. He's going to have a pick. I don't know if you're familiar with American basketball, but that's a term they use in American basketball. He's going to have somebody there to block for him, so to speak, not intentionally.
Yeah, he's going to be able to screen. He's going to be able to screen Tripp for him.
Yes, and I think that if Spain stays out and he wasn't just trying to lead a lap here.
No, he stayed out. He is staying out.
Well, we haven't got
So-
back around there yet, have we?
We have.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go then. Oh, he chose the
And he's taking
outside.
the outside. Oh, Justin Michael has got an absolute free kick to take back the race lead now.
Well,
'Cause that
again,
inside's been strong.
I think Spain knows what he's doing. I think
he
he
does.
is playing this for a top 10 for a decent points finish. He doesn't.
100%
He doesn't for a second think he's going to win this race. Under no circumstances does he think
So
that.
the thing now for Keaton Tripp is he's got to be on the push, and he's got to be ready to push Spain off this start. He's got to get in that bump drop straight away.
He's going to be right. Oh yeah, he's going to be all over. Don't
And
worry
if
about
you're
that.
Justin Michael, you've got to have Dakota Floyd on your tail pushing you along.
Well, oh,
Oh, he's gone to the bottom.
Keaton Tripp jumped in there
You know
behind
what?
him.
That's smart.
Oh yeah, I would
It's
stay.
smart.
Oh yeah, because Spain's going to go
Solidify.
backwards. Spain's going to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
backwards, and he's going to be a nuisance for sure.
Solidify P2. Put yourself in the position to maybe win the race,
Yep.
but also get behind the truck
Oh,
that's going to be
Spain
much
got a
faster
big
off the
jump.
race start. He jumped him. Green flag at Chicagoland.
Oh,
And can
Spain
Justin
got a-
Michael, how quickly can he take the race lead? It's
There
2
it
to
is.
go here in the Windy City.
There it
Lap
is.
102 has begun. Overtime. And he's taken the lead. And watch for Keaton Tripp as he wants the inside line. But
Whoa,
Michael
shut
could
up.
get the push here from Schulter, who's up 19 onto the podium
Oh,
as they run around turn 3.
Tripp's got the lead. Oh,
He
my
does
God.
indeed. They're side by side. It's going to be white flag. Across the triangle they go. Justin Michael caught on the outside line. Tripp on the inside.
Tripp's
Michael
gonna get
needs
him.
a push here if he can.
Oh, look at him just
Well, we'll
pull
see.
off that
It's gonna
high
be
line.
close.
Holy cow!
Oh my God.
They're
Race
wrecking.
lead for Justin Michael down the back end. It doesn't matter that they're wrecking right now because there can't be a caution. So multiple cars have wrecked in the background, but Justin Michael's got one hell of a run. Tripp could lose the podium here. The 81 gets hooked and into the wall, but Justin Michael makes it 6 wins from 6 this season. His
Wow.
first of the season. He equalizes the win record. And it's 6 different winners at 6 different venues. My God, what an end.
Holy cow, man! All right, props off to Justin Michael. Fantastic drive tonight. Keaton Tripp, same thing, man. Great drive. We'll talk to
100%.
them.
A real shame
to
for Schulter though
Yes.
in that 81
Yes,
truck. Real
yes,
shame. Could have been
yes.
on there for the podium.
Well, they were 3 wide. They were fighting it hard there, man. In fact, while all this is settling out here, let's go back and I'll tell you what. Let's just take a look at the whole last lap, which is a lot of scrolling. But here we go. We're gonna go with Justin Michael here. Let's see. We'll go with this. Well, no, I'll tell you what. Let's do this camera here. This will give us a good view of a wider section of the track here. As you can see, they're really battling back here. Oh, that's where the other wreck happened. You see it there?
Yeah.
But then
Yeah,
here, this right here, the 19 truck just comes in here and turns it to a 3 wide battle here. He just takes it right under. Oh, it was the. I'm sorry. There it is. Okay. No, it was the 57 and the 81 and the 419. I don't know how Tripp didn't get hooked in that. He got so lucky there, man.
Enough.
He got so lucky though
Oh, he was.
that Taco Bell truck wiggled a little bit before it wrecked.
Yeah.
Because he would have taken Tripp out if he hadn't
he
wiggled. Wow.
Way.
All right, let's see. Where's that 81 truck at now? Where'd he go? He's right here. So we're going to go back.
Well, we're going to drag our race winner in.
Yeah, bring him in. Bring him in.
Justin
I
Michael.
want to ride on board real quick here with the 81 real quick.
Justin Michael, welcome in. We're just riding on board with the car that was hooked right behind you off the race finish there. But good, sir. What a win for yourself. You equal the race win record tonight. You become our 6th different winner of the season, but you looked unbeatable out there, sir. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. you just couldn't pass out there. So I have a strategy that I usually use, and it has been working lately because of the aero and these things. And so I had to change it up to do something to get a win. And what I did worked. So maybe we'll keep doing it. So, but I also discovered something about halfway through that race, a better line that really helped, I think. And when that happened, I started to pull away from Keaton there, and then even further after the pit stops too. So it was a good race.
So
Phenomenal race from yourself, though. I was going to say, Jim, I mean, 6 different winners this season.
yep.
Rockingham next week. Are you confident you could become the first 2-time winner of the season and break the record? Or
You know,
how are
I've
we
never
feeling
liked
going into that one?
Rockingham, but I've been running good there. I don't know if it's the old one, or I don't know if we have a new scan yet, but um, I was really good there in the Gen 4 cars. I learned a lot, so hopefully that'll transition to the trucks, and um, we'll see what happens though. It's going to be fun.
Well, I want to tell you, man, you really put it together tonight. That was as dominating a performance as I've seen. I mean, the only time that you weren't in the lead of this race was during a green flag pit cycle. And during that pit cycle, it was pretty obvious that what really helped you away from Keaton Tripp, because he was kind of sticking with you for most of the early part of the race, but you pitted a lap earlier than him, and just that one lap difference, on tires gave you that 2-second gap, which you pretty much maintained on him right up till the caution.
It did, yeah. I was debating on when to pit, and I knew I had to pit before him. And I really wanted to go about 2 more laps, but I just knew I couldn't. I figured he would try to short pit me, but it really worked out to our advantage. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Well, Justin, we appreciate you coming over chat to us tonight. We look forward to seeing how you got Rockingham next week. Let us know if you want to give anyone a shout out this evening, or anyone who may be watching that you want to shout out to as well. We really appreciate your time, and congratulations on this race win once again.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Just you guys, you call a great race. We'll go back and watch that later, and all the guys out there watching. And Scott from Patent Paints painted a new truck for me, Jim. I'm hoping you saw it, so I figured you would like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, love it. That it's funny how I've kind of become your big fanboy, because I just said in week 1 that I liked the Daniel Defense sponsor. I mean, I'm all about our rights and a right to bear arms, and I just
Absolutely.
think that's really cool, and it's you and I have kind of become linked now because of that. So I'm cheering you on at Rockingham to break the record and be the all-time wins leader here in Max V. So yeah, I'm on your side. I do like the new paint scheme too.
Yeah, if anybody needs something, go reach out to Scott Patton. He'll get you set up, and tell him I sent you over. And we appreciate you guys calling the race, and we'll hopefully see you next week.
Yep. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Well, next up we have P2 this evening in Keaton Tripp, who's in a tough championship battle this season with Justin Michael, and a tough race battle tonight between you both as well. Keaton, how'd that one go for you?
Oh man, dirty air just sucks, man. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, it was tight. You get behind somebody, it would just push. It would lose all the momentum on the car. Justin did a great job of maintaining that lead and keeping that clean air. And yeah, you get about 5 laps on the tires. They'd warm up, and you about couldn't do anything to try to pass them. You about had to get to their outside, and that's about impossible to do unless you get a massive run. So, but I'll take the P2. Good points today. We got good stage points and led a lap. Got a point out of that. So I'll take it.
We saw you drop to the bottom line to follow Justin off the race start for the restart there in the overtime. Was that strategic, knowing that Gordon was going to be on older tires with a worse run off the line?
Well, really, it was just so he chose the outside. So I thought I had to go with the leader since I was in 3rd, and apparently I had to stay on the inside. So yeah, it was just a little confusion on my part. So yeah, we got it figured out.
Well, that was ultimately Gordon got off the okay, but it didn't take take long for Justin to get by him, so it was probably a good thing that you were down there anyway. But my question is, do you have somebody that spots for you? Do you have a teammate? I know you're part of a larger team. Do you have somebody who spots for you? Y'all like plan strategy and stuff during the race, or no?
No, we just race together, and if one of us gets wrecked out, we'll have
So
one of us will watch each other and
So
stuff.
the reason
but we
I
don't
ask
really
that
spot.
is, do you feel like where you made your mistake in this race, are you where I won't say a mistake, I'll say where maybe you didn't seize an opportunity was that you should have pitted ahead of Justin as soon as you reached your window, that maybe you should have short pitted him there, and with the advantage that you saw on tires, because basically pitting a lap behind him, you had a faster pit stop than him, and you still couldn't. He put 2.5 seconds on you pretty much just during that pit cycle.
Right. Yeah, that was actually my plan, was to short pit him, and we had about 5 laps on our fuel tank yet, and he never called his pit until the last second, so he kind of juked me out. So, yeah, it just didn't work out. Normally, he was in the perfect spot where no one was behind him, so he really didn't have to call his pit. So, yeah, he did a good job at that, and yeah, I was gonna short pit him, but I thought we were gonna go a little bit longer on the fuel
Well,
tank.
and of course he revealed in here, which I'm sure you heard. He revealed that he wanted to go a couple extra laps himself, but he was afraid that you were going to short pit him, so he made sure to cut you out of that, so that didn't happen. And but yeah, so I mean, but a good run, man. Great season so far. You got a win. You got a couple of second place finishes, right?
I believe this is. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah,
Either way,
this is
you've been running up front a lot. Obviously. So you've had a great season so far, leading the points going in. I don't know exactly where they're going to settle out after this, but it's going to be close, obviously. So really looking forward. What do you think about Rockingham next week?
I'm excited for it. It's definitely gonna chew up some tires if it's the old Rockingham. I don't know. Do they have the new Rockingham?
Well, see, that's I called a race there last night, and I'm not sure. It looked like the old Rockingham to me, but I thought that there was a new scan of Rockingham because I got some new cameras from broadcasting, and it was supposed to be for the new scan or whatever. So I don't know, but to me, the one I called last night looked like the old Rockingham. It kind of behaved the same way. Tires wore pretty good, and they, cars are moving all over the track, and so I think we're probably going to see same old Rockingham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it's old, I'm gonna be preparing my long run speed because them tires like to get chewed up there, and if it's the new one, I've never raced there before, so we'll have to figure it out.
I think most people will not have if it's the new one, because that camera pack didn't come out but about like maybe the beginning of this last update, so 2 months ago.
Gotcha. Yeah, I really haven't looked into it.
So, all right, buddy. Well, you got anybody you want to shout out to? I know you do. So go ahead and shout out to your sponsors there, and congratulations. And we'll look forward to talking to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you guys putting on these broadcasts. They're really fun to watch, and the guys putting on the league, and my teammates Austin, Andrew, Rylan. Austin and Andrew did not qualify into the race tonight. Andrew hit the wall in the qualifying lap, and Austin just didn't have the speed. So hopefully they get their shit together next week and we can race together. But yeah, thank them, and thank NASCARSurvivor.com for sponsoring the truck. Easiest place to play NASCAR fantasy.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon, and good luck next week. Congratulations again.
Yep, thank you guys.
Well, finally this evening we have P3 on the road in Dakota Floyd in the Gorilla Glue entry. Dakota, welcome in. Congratulations. Another podium for yourself, sir. And when's this race win going to come for you? You've come very close thus far this season. You get to taste the chocolates. Could have been next week at Rockingham when we're racing in a very awkward sort of style of circuit, especially off the momentum of this week here at Chicagoland.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to win here, especially when you got guys like Keaton Tripp and Justin Michael being as good and consistent as they are. Uh, but yeah, I think next week Rockingham is probably my best chance the whole season to win a race. I think that's probably my best oval on the service, so I'm definitely gonna go out there and try to give it my best. Yeah, like I said, it's just tough to win here, and when you get these late restarts, anything's possible. But I'm just more than happy to come away with P3.
Yeah,
I mean, P3 with
go ahead.
points, great points, isn't it, Jim?
Yeah,
Off that
absolutely.
race.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about, the fact that, so you are apparently a short track guy. So you, have you won at Rockingham before in anything?
Yeah, I think I've won Rockingham a couple times. I just like the way it drives. I like the way the long run is way more important than the short run is because the tires fall off of it so quickly. So
Yeah.
it's just my style of racing. It's what I just really enjoy.
Well, that's yeah. So I look forward to seeing you next week again here in the box. Then
That's the plan. Hopefully on the top step. I know it's going to be tough. I know that a lot of these guys are going to give me a run for my money. It is certainly never easy every week here. Everyone's got a different specialty, so you'll never know who you meet up there.
right? Yep. Hamish, you got anything else?
Oh, well, Dakota, obviously tonight was tough with some of the obviously passing opportunities around Chicagoland. Is there anything that you can take out of tonight's race going forward to future tracks in the season? Maybe the likes of Kansas coming up in a couple of weeks' time.
Man, just find the clean air and find it early. Just get out in front of everybody because it's so dominant. So it's just be really good at qualifying. If you get really good at qualifying, you're gonna have a really good chance of finishing in the front because it's just these mile and a halves have become such an arrow game. That's what you have to focus on to be able to run in different lines and run in them fast to make passes. As soon as you get the opportunity, you have to take it because if you don't, even if you spend that time saving your tires, it's almost impossible to make passes.
Well, Dakota, we appreciate you coming in and chatting with us. Congratulations on your P3. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
I just want to give a shout out to the old team, Lickett and Stiggett Motorsports, Richard, Kyle, TJ, Justin, anybody else that runs down in there with us. Great group of guys, really fast group of guys. Shout out to the league. Only two cautions tonight. It was a really clean race. Wish we would have had green to the end, but sometimes those things happen. Shout out to you guys, the broadcast booth. I mean, you guys are phenomenal. You guys do a great job. You very good personalities in the booth, and really appreciate you guys taking over the broadcast this season.
Well, thank you so much for coming over to chat to us, Dakota. We appreciate the kind comments, as I'm sure Jim could reiterate.
Yes, absolutely.
As well. Thank you so much once again. Best of luck next week out at Rockingham. We look forward to seeing if you can get that race win and become our 7th different race winner of the season.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful night.
Thanks so much, you too. Well, Jim, through the roller coaster ride that the Windy City brought us, we've blown through another race with a 6th different winner, and we head out to Rockingham next week, where we could very possibly see a 7th, being such a difficult circuit coming our way.
And that's a whole different group of guys. Those short track racers, man, that's a different breed. Those guys that put the bumper to you. It's just a different kind of racing, and it won't be this aero racing there, So they're but 43 cars at Rockingham. That's a lot of cars on that 3/4 mile.
That's
track.
a lot of cars. I mean, think about what we got coming up the week after, Bristol Motor Speedway as well.
Half-mile track there, but at least that's 2 in a row. I mean but the thing is, that's 2 completely different tracks. I mean,
exactly.
They drive so different to be
I think
tracks.
Literally the first time we're going to get to a round where we have a track that is anything similar to what we've run before, it's literally going to be Kansas. Because Kansas runs like Vegas and a little bit similar to Chicagoland, but more like Vegas. That's going to be our first chance at a circuit where it runs as one that we've already run before. Sonoma, that's going to be an interesting one. 60 minutes, a timed race at a road course. That's going to be intense. And then we get out to Charlotte.
Great.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic, Jim. Absolutely
Especially
fantastic.
Sonoma, because, you're not an old NASCAR guy, man, but I grew up, and I just remember as a kid, a young racer watching, race fan, and seeing those guys come flying through the S's at Sonoma with, and they would jerk them big stock cars up on 2 wheels going through there, and that was just so cool. Like, back in the days of magazines, and that shot would be on the cover. Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s car on two wheels going through the down through the S's at Sonoma. That was just man.
It's become a mainstay in the supercars official calendar on iRacing. It suits those cars so well, and sending it to NASCARs around there, whether it's O'Reilly's, Craftsman trucks, or Cup Series cars, it's a track that really suits some fantastic racing, and it's going to be super exciting. Charlotte Motor Speedway, Nashville, Lucas Oil Raceway Park, Pocono, and Michigan will then get us to the end of the regular season.
I will be at Charlotte Motor Speedway Sunday morning, so whatever that is. It's Friday night now, so
doing a bit of R&D for us out there, Jim. A bit of research and development.
I am.
Before we head out there.
I need to figure out how to write that off my taxes somehow.
Yeah. That's all going to take us to the end of April, and then the chase will begin through May and June. The second week of May will be the first round of the chase, so we'll get ourselves a little week off.
Yeah.
In between round 15 and round 16, and the chase will begin at North Wilkesboro Speedway into Talladega, Richmond, Darlington, and ending it all at Auto Club Speedway as well.
What, man, that if you make it to the playoffs as a short track driver, and you got
you've got it.
Yeah, you got
what
you got? What you got? You said Martinsville, and what else? There was another short track.
So it's let me bring
here. Why don't you know what?
Here we go.
Look at there. I got a graphic. Look at that. North Wilkesboro. And Richmond in there with the wild card of Talladega, right? And then Darlington.
Then as well,
Darlington.
And then Auto Club 2 is, kind of like a short track style of.
Right. And Darlington is brutal, man. That place is so hard to drive.
That is going to be a tough chase. And I think one driver, from what we've seen, it is going to suit. It's going to suit Dakota Floyd in those final 5 rounds.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see who. Look, there's probably some other hidden short track guys in here too.
For sure. We'll see what happens at Rockingham and Bristol.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then later in the season at Michigan and Lucas Oil Indianapolis at IRP, because that's going to really give us the telltale of who's going to be strong in the chase, because the majority of them are short tracks, so they're going to be ones to watch for sure.
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. A big shout out, of course, to the title sponsors of the series, CNC Home Designs, as well as Maximum Velocity Racing League as well. A shout out to our stream sponsors, of course. The Roasted Record, coming on board this year, help support us. You can go to the website, use SIM20 as the code at checkout to get yourself a cheeky little discount and get some brews and tunes delivered straight to your door, all the way from Florida.
Yes.
They ship all US wide as well. I think they even ship into Canada.
No, too. I think they ship pretty much anywhere if you're wanting it. And they do whole batch artisan roasted coffee from all over the world. They get beans in from all over the globe, and obviously Digital Race Engineer. Most of you guys that are watching this are you NASCAR guys, and they short track guys. A lot of them use Crew Chief. Digital Race Engineer, I'm going to tell you right now, is a better option. And that's not coming from a guy who's getting paid to say it. We don't get paid anything. They just give us some stuff to give away, and I'm a fan, man. I signed up. I'm on my second year-long membership with them, and I love it. I love the fact that you can completely set your car up to control from voice. So you don't have to reach down for a button or turn a dial. You can tell it to take tires, 2 tires, 4 tires, how much fuel you want, everything. And not to mention, the spotter is way better than Crew Chief. So yeah, give them a try. Click the link down below. Let them know that we're talking about them. We don't get paid anything. It's they got a free version that's better than Crew Chief, and then if you want to, they've got some really high end paid versions that do all kinds of stuff, including they've got an AI tire wear deal in there that will accurately get your tire wear. So you can literally ask it what your tires are at before you pit and decide if you want to change 2 or 4 or whatever. But anyway, go check them out. You can read all about it on the website. There, I'm done. Go ahead. Well,
we also want to shout out as well to Track Chems for Gourmets to help make our races look as beautiful as possible here on the channel as well. And a big thank you to everyone who's watched along with us here this evening. And previous evenings as well. And if you've been watching, you haven't done so already, hit the like button and subscribe, the bell icon as well, so
Please.
you're notified whenever we go racing right here on the channel. You help support us and the series that we broadcast. Coming up on the docket for you across the weekend, Bite Point Racing returns tomorrow out at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for LMP2 and GT3 action. It's going to be a wondrous time on the road for that one as we go in multi-class sports car racing once again. Of course, while the OGRL Coffee Cup Series will also return too on Sunday morning. You guys can check out that action right here on Motormath Broadcasting. For myself, Hamish Mono, Jim Cunningham alongside, and Wesley Atland, who was with us earlier on before. Unfortunately, his power and internet went out. We appreciate your time joining us here on Motormath Broadcasting for the MVRL CNC Home Designs Truck Series live from Chicagoland Speedway. But until next time, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.